Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. If you're watching this video, it is meant for you. It is absolutely unedited and from the heart. This video is very special to me because this is about all the learnings that I have had from my guru and teacher over the last few years and how it has actually changed my perspective, the way I think, the progress in personal and professional life. I hope these learnings resonate with you. If at any point in time you do not resonate with this video, please feel free to skip and go ahead. I've just written down some points because the major points that I did not want to miss. The very first learning is to be passionately crazy and filled with madness and love for what you're doing. It's a little difficult for people to understand or comprehend at the first go. We being professionals, maybe you have a business, maybe you are in a job, maybe you are a new mother, or maybe you have just taken a career break, or maybe you're trying to get back. There is so much happening in our life that we are often confused about what we really like, what we really love. But trust me, there is a higher purpose, and to reach that higher purpose, you need a guide. You need a guru. It can be spiritual, it can be professional. This particular video, I resonate to two of my uh, guides and gurus, one professional, one spiritual, and a lot that I have learned through them, with them, watching them, observing them. And it took me 12 years to actually understand what I really want to do and what the purpose of my life was. But now it has become even more crazier and even more passionate. Passionately, I'm running behind it. So, just to give you an example, maybe a couple of years back, when I actually started business, I had no idea what I was doing. It just started because I had to do something, and I did so many things. Changing hats for every customer, and then slowly over the period of time, realized what my actual strength was, what can I actually do, how I can actually help people. And now that I have realized it, I am passionately moving towards it. If any of you would have, met me, spoken to me, or have read my emails, you would always find a signature which used to say passionately curious. But now I think I've redefined it to passionate madness love. And this love is towards your goal, towards your vision, towards your mission, on whatever is that you are doing. It doesn't have to be super big. It doesn't have to be very significant, which the entire world is going to say, wow, or pat your back. But it can be very significant for either you or somebody who's around you, close to you. So no matter what you're doing in life, in business, be very, very, very passionately crazy with the madness of love towards what you're doing, because that is the only thing that is going to help you into get into action of actually pursuing it and making it happen. You would not even believe or realize on the kind of people that you're going to meet, the opportunities that are going to come up, and how fast and soothingly the things happen once you're actually aligned with that pure purpose driven intention. The second one is to rise higher, in life, in career, personally and professionally. You definitely need to grind. Now it can be a physical grind, it can be emotional grind, it can be mental grind, it can be any kind of grind, monetary grind. But if you are meant to rise to a higher purpose, professionally and personally, you definitely have to go through that grind, because the time and era that we are living in, uh, it is the Kali Yuga and the Karma Bhumi, especially India. Everything and anything might not make sense today to you right now, but as you move along and you go back and you join the dots, you will understand why a certain incident happened, or why you met a certain person, or why a certain situation happened. There might be, you might be in a place right now where you're, trying to give up. The, you feel that maybe there's nobody to support you, maybe there's nobody who listens to you, nobody is understanding enough, and maybe you're not getting the enough support. This is your real grind, and this grind is so 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 important. There will be people, there will be situations, there will be places where it might lead to an absolute misunderstanding, an absolute chaos. You might lose your identity, the respect that you have created in your friend circle, the society. You might feel that, let's say you're in a beach and you pick up the sand, how the sand literally s- flows down from each of those small tiny gaps in your fingers. You might feel that you're trying to hold everything together, but everything is just kind of slipping and you have no control on what is happening. That is, I would say, a sign that you are walking towards finding your real purpose, or getting to a higher state in your life. And for that, based, there might be so many reasons on why you're going through, but understand that that is required for to rise higher. And never ever 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 give up on what you're trying to pursue. There's a small um, small story. I'm sure everybody would know this. There were two frogs which fell in the well, and it was very 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 deep well. So these two frogs try to, jump jump jump, trying to get out of it. All the other frogs outside the well kept shouting, screaming that, you are going to die, it's too high, you can't survive, you can't do this, you can't do that. One of them, which was jumping higher, just left after listening to all these people and died. The second one kept going on, going on, kept going on, and eventually came out. And when all the other frogs asked, "Are you mad? We've been telling you not to come out, and why did you, even try to jump?" And everyone was surprised. The second frog was actually deaf. Every time the, people around the frog were trying to say all, say negative, mean things, trying to demotivate, the frog always thought that these guys are encouraging him, and he kept trying harder and harder and harder to rise high. It might sound like a very small menial story, but it has so much of depth. Everyone around you has a different perception. They don't look at things the way you do. Maybe you are a business owner trying to build something which only you believe in, and maybe, you've proposed your idea to a lot of people, and maybe they don't get it, but that doesn't mean that you cannot rise higher. This is also what I can say is, um, karma chakra, karma that you need to go through. But at the same time, it's also a realization of not to give in to the naysayers and keep going along, having the confidence and focus that you will be heard, if not today, tomorrow. I have been thinking of, restarting this YouTube channel for so many times. I've recorded videos, but they were never edited, but they were never posted. Now that I wanted to restart again, I wanted to first dedicate this video to my gurus and share the learnings, and then record all the other videos. So this is my restart, with full confidence and conviction that whoever needs this will reach. So don't give up at any point in time. The third one is the joy of giving is paramount. Um, so both of my gurus have constantly been sharing knowledge, jnana, day in and day out, relentlessly, with so much of love and depth in every message that they put out. Um, and when I asked them, sir, can you please tell me what is that that keeps you going? And one of my gurus is in plus 70, and he just said one thing: the joy of giving is paramount. The universe also reacts or behaves this way only when you give, is that you receive. But when you give, don't give it with the expectation of receiving something in return. Just think of a small child who's walking down the road just in front of you. The child will smile you without expectation, zero expectation, and unconsciously you in front of the child will start to smile. So this is how everything in your life reciprocates. Let it be business. I'm sure a lot of you who are in business will be meeting a lot of clients, prospect, business meeting, networking meetings, clients, people who can refer you to client. And but when you meet them, and you meet them with the intention of getting something back, that's never gonna work. So focus on giving without expectation, but be always and always in the mindset of receiving the learning, receiving the knowledge in everything and everybody you meet. So once I understood this fact, I have always been giving, but I sometimes got carried away with all this online courses and everything. I launched a lot of courses, but then I stopped it in middle, because I also learned what people needed and what people did not need. At the same time, I also understood that the joy of giving, which I have been doing day in and day out on multiple ways, is so great and so powerful. There are so many people who know me. I don't know them, but there's so many people who know me, and my name gets referred in places, situations where it needs to be. And I think this is a very, very valuable lesson that has changed so many things in both personal and professional life. If this resonates with you, do let me know. The fourth one is the SSS. So this is called being smart, strong, and sensible. Okay. Um, how does it? How do I explain you? Okay. So you everybody here is, whoever you is watching, you are super super smart, and you are super super talented in whatever you are doing or whatever stage of life you are in. The problem I have seen after meeting so many people and being a mentor for a few is not many of them are strong or sensible. That means when you find a situation or a person or a people or people who do not value you, who do not um, understand you, or maybe they're trying to take advantage of your situation. Maybe they're just trying to please you. Maybe they're just trying to uh, because they know how good you are, they're just trying to extract all the time. Let's say if it's a business, they're always trying to take guidance, but not valuing your a time. Maybe you're just wanting products for free all the time. Business is business. So when I say strong, what I have realized is you have to be absolutely strong in choosing who you work with, how you work with, why you work with, and why you should not. So don't ever be afraid to say no to anyone, because You're just saving your time, energy, in people, places, situation. At the same time, don't let others take advantage of you. That just means that being brutally honest, saying that I'm sorry, I might not be able to work with you, or I'm sorry, maybe my product or service doesn't suit you, maybe it might not work for you, and that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to detach. And that understanding of where you need to draw the line is called sensibility, or is just being sensible. So when you start to apply this smart, strong, sensible SSS rule on a day-to-day day-to-day life, what I have seen is I have saved a lot of time by not working with not the right people. I have gained a lot of insight and learning by spending that time into meeting and talking to a lot of people, places where I get to learn. And it has also made me much, much stronger in terms of I know what exactly I want to do and where I want to be and what I want to do. So this thing will absolutely shift the way you look at yourself and people. The next one is being learning with observation. So whenever you meet people, um, we do tend to talk a lot, but we are not actually paying attention to why they are saying what they are saying. We are not trying to read between the lines. We are not trying to question on, why somebody is giving you some specific knowledge. So when I started to pay attention to this learning with observation, I can say for the last, say, 5 6 months, my learning has been tremendous. There are specific areas which I always felt that I needed to learn. But then, I got introduced to people who could teach me about it, but I always made sure that I question and question and question. I recently met somebody who had purchased, like 26 plus properties in the last 4 years. And I was very curious on how exactly did he do that. And once you start asking, that person actually opened up saying that why don't you come sit and I'll put everything on paper. I am more than happy to teach you. So not always you need to pay money, not always you need to give away the most precious thing to learn. There are people, there are situations from where you can learn. All you have to be is very, very observant. The next one is to be like a child and surrender. One of the most important learnings is is this. Now you might be let's say XYZ of a company. You might be an ABC, uh, having an ABC net worth. That doesn't mean that you are higher than others, or others are below you. There is always and always someone, something, no matter what spiritual inclination that you have. There is always somebody who is above us. Now it can be a divine mother, it can be the god, it can be the manifestation, higher powers, energy, whatever you believe in. But there is something beyond you, there is something bigger than you. So once I realized that, and I actually kind of surrendered to this thought of um, so one of the things that I generally feel very, very uncomfortable with is accepting appreciations. So when somebody says, "Hey, Akshita, you're blah blah blah, you're blah blah blah," I don't know how to react. But then I later understood that I just have a body. It's a vessel, right? There is a super powers. There's somebody above us who's a puppeteer, not only to you, me, but to almost everything that is happening into the world. So even if you receive an appreciation, it's not yours. Even if you receive a backlash, it's not yours. Even if you receive hateful comments, it's not yours, it is to somebody. So once you learn to surrender, like a small child, a child doesn't understand, right? You give them a beating, they'll run to their mother. You smile at them, they will again look at their mother. So it's like that. So when you start to, be like a child in that learning phase, and you just surrender everything, everything else starts to move, because you don't have any actual, you know pressure or responsibility which you are right now taking on your shoulders. Hat, it is me who has to do it, it is me who has done it. So once that ego goes away, a lot of things in your life will start happening faster, in business, in life. um, so if you resonate, please do let me know. The next one is to be true to yourself, and not to take joy in slandering somebody else. We are in this era of social media. I see, being in the cosmetic industry, I see there is a lot of myths that is being shared by the so-called experts, from the derma to, say, skincare or influencers of any sort. Uh, so, and there have also been a lot of videos which I keep seeing, where one person is slandering the other person on something that they have said. Uh, so I believe that there's no reason to, slander someone else to actually prove that you know better than them. You just say the right thing, and people who are smart enough will understand on what is the right thing to do, without you kind of taking a karma of slandering somebody else. You have to absolutely detach yourself with all the nonsense that is going on, and don't care about it. If you're somebody who is an expert in your own domain, just try to convey what is right, and trust me, the right people will resonate with you. Don't ever pull down anybody. And I think this lesson has taught me a lot. It has cut off all those negative people, negative circles, negative situations where it was so much of mental trauma, too much of gossip around, maybe about somebody one day, and can be somebody, it can be you today, it can be yourself in the middle of the of that gossip. So when you kind of understand or realize that there is no point in, say, telling that, oh, xyz person said this and that is wrong, rather than focus on you conveying the right thing or the message in the right way. And trust me, you don't have to be afraid of it, because once you have already surrendered, then there, whatever the consequences are, will also be taken care of automatically, without you breaking your head. But make sure you are doing the right thing. Because also, with another learning, is everybody is on their learning path. If you see an xyz person teaching something, preaching something, sharing something, some knowledge, it can be as simple as, not social media, but somebody you meet in person, and they have limited knowledge. So whenever you see that a person is, maybe doesn't know as much as you, doesn't mean that they are smaller. It's just that they have limited awareness and knowledge. So you can either do two things. You can either tell them what is the right thing, or if you know better than them, you can actually share your knowledge with them, or just simply detach and keep quiet, because everybody is on their own learning path, which is absolutely different from each other. So very crucial. So when I understood this, I cut off all those negative people, and it just gave me so much of peace of mind to focus on things that I really wanted to do. um, Everybody here in this world is running behind money today. Maybe it is for basic needs, or just to have the freedom, the choice of spending your time the way you want. Um this is very crucial learning that I got from a dear friend. Is, even 1 rupee is a rupee, even $1, money is money. So once you pay attention, the attention pays you. So whether you are spending money, whether you're buying something, whether you're investing somewhere, be extra careful and cautious. So that just means that be accountable for everything that you're responsible for. So this is my karma bhumi, my office. If I'm sitting on this chair, then I have all the right to question my team, my staff, saying that, okay, where this 1 rupee go, and why did this 1 rupee not come back? And that is very, very important. At the same time, whether you are investing in a tool in your business, whether you are doing a specific activity in your business, or maybe you are in a job and you are doing XYZ. So it's not just about money, it's about everything that you do, even the smallest matter. You need to be accountable for it, because even the tiniest drop is very crucial. How they say, um, बूंद बूंद से सागर बनता है. Every drop together makes an ocean or a sea. So even that maybe 1 rupee, or even that one client, or even that one lead, or even that say one article, or whatever you are doing, can be a very crucial pivotal thing for you. You might not realize that it today, um, but maybe days down the line you might realize that, oh, if I would have just paid attention at that time, I would have not missed an opportunity of ABC. So be very, very attentive. And this is something that I am seeing in the way my gurus and mentors function, is they are very, very attentive, and they're always and always always open to give the knowledge. uh, Two more important learnings is misunderstanding and detachment. Now, whatever you are doing, I am sure you might have been misunderstood 1,000 times, and that misunderstanding can lead you to a lot of mental, emotional stress, depression. I recently came across an incident where a small child gave up his life because of a misunderstanding and fight. It was so heartful to disheartening to see that, because kids today have become very sensitive, and we as adults are also super sensitive. It is just that we have learned to suppress those emotions and feelings and show it out in some other way or form. Um, now what is the point of get having those, say, hurtful emotions and suppressing it, when there's absolutely no use of it? So what I learned is to, number one, is to surrender that to a higher power, because we all have a higher purpose. We are moving to something really great. It is, our life is way beyond those small small fights, small small misunderstandings, small small things that happen on a day-to-day basis, on you expecting something and the other person not doing it. It might be with your team, it might be with your relationship, it might be with your clients, it might be anything for that matter of side. But it is just learning to detach from this misunderstanding, number one, and just surrender that itself, because you are losing so much of your time, energy, and peace, which has no which has it is valuable. You cannot put a number of value to how precious your time, how precious your emotions, how precious your strength is. Okay, the most important person in your life should be you, and the one that is above you. Now we all have relationships, we all have families, we have parents, we have kids, we have friends, we have teams, we have so many elements that we need to pay attention to. But unless you start taking care of yourself, you would not be able to take care of them. So getting detached from this misunderstandings is so very crucial. And I am sure that once you follow all of these, which are just some of the learnings which I have say inculcated, understood, and learned and started practicing, and trust me, it is all my gratitude to my guru and the higher power. I have slowly started to realize what my higher purpose is, and This purpose is all about giving to others and making their life better. And I believe I believe I am on that right path of doing it on one or the other way. I just wanted to share this. So my gratitude to my guru, my mentor, and my guide. Thank you for whoever watched this video. I hope you took something out of it. I will be posting a lot of more videos just like this, unedited, maybe on the cosmetic industry, maybe on the entrepreneurship journey, maybe on changing people's life. I'm not sure yet because just figuring out the path, but stay tuned to the channel. If you have any questions, queries, put it on the comment section. I will try to be as active as possible from here on. And thank you so much. I hope this video, even if it is making 1% difference into anybody's life, I would be grateful and surrender it to my guru, who is on his run to the madness and craziness towards something greater for human mankind. And I believe, everybody under his guidance is able to reach their goal sooner or faster. Thank you so much.